alive, alive, alive. Here on Artist to Art, I'm Aaron Jack, and welcome. We have a very special guest from Peru today. Very special, a wonderful photographer. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So breathe with me and welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Thank you. Hey.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello. So tell everybody how you say your name. Say it properly.
My name is Morfi, like it's you write it.
Perfect.
Here in Spanish is how as you write you pronounce, no? So it's Morfi. Yeah. Yes.
Perfect.
Sorry,
Perfect.
guys, my English sucks, but
Oh no.
I try to do my best. If Aaron speaks slow, I think we could manage.
Yeah, just ask me to repeat it anytime. We're gonna go
Okay,
slowly
don't worry.
and
Yeah, perfect.
we're hanging out together. I appreciate you being here and being part of this show field's curation and all of this stuff. and
Thanks,
and
thanks,
uh,
thanks to you. Thanks to you for choosing my work, and I'm very honored to be with such a great artist. No?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and to be and there's a wonderful cohort and I'm excited to have you all here. Thank you, Samia, for joining. Samia is coming in from Damascus in Syria, so we have a
Oh
very
wow,
international
wow,
audience here.
go right, hangout.
Yeah, we've got a very
Well,
international audience.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Morphe's from Lima, Peru. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm 44 years old. I was living in Lima my whole life. But my grandma was from the Andes in the middle of the country. And many of my very first work, personal projects, were about to pay homage to my grandma. Okay. As a photographer, I am a self-taught photographer. I didn't have not I didn't study photography, but my formal studies were about advertising. Okay, visual communications, blah 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 is the name of the profession. But advertising was not my goal really. No, I was disappointed during these 3 years of my career. I realized that that was not my goal in my life. I didn't like advertising. But it's curious, but now I'm an advertising photographer also, but I think the conditions or the game rules changed, no? Because of when I was involved in advertising during my 18th or 19th years or 19 years approx, uh, I was very attached to the possibility to work with images, okay, with creativity, etc. But when I realized that I needed to work with a lot of people, with a lot of crew, because of my work was related to filmmaking, okay, not photography, just filmmaking, okay. My profession was aimed to work with filmmaking, not photography, no stills. Even when I received some lessons of basic photography during my first years in the institute, but as we say here, that photography lessons came here and get out from here. So there's no any interest for me to photography in that time. Okay, I discovered my passion or my attraction for photography 3 years after I end my studies. Okay, I realized, well, I'm not a social person. I'm not talkative. I'm not very friendly. Okay, I am friendly. Okay, I am a kind person. I think I consider myself as a kind person. I think, but I'm kind of shy. I kind of not easy to talk with everybody. Okay, and so when I realized that in advertising projects there were involved too much people, editors, producers, art directors, stylists. Okay, too much people for me. I decided that advertising was not for me, was not what I really wanted. So I began to see the photography, still photography, as a interest, very attractive um, job for me. Okay, at first time was just by was in a practical attraction. It's not was not for passion or art or no nothing. Just was oh, photography. I work just alone. It's more intimate, so I don't need to talk to anybody else. So I think photography is for me. So at that time, okay, at that time I was. I studied for advertising 3 years, okay, so was expensive studies here, okay, were expensive. So I didn't ask my parents to pay another formation, another studies, formal studies for me. Okay, so I decided to study by myself. Okay, and that time in 1998 approx, there's no Amazon as now. There's no internet. There's no social networking, social media, social networks, etc., social, etc., etc. Every Flickr, many kind of photography groups where you can create a community to talk, to share. No, there's no tutorials like now. Okay, so I didn't know first which books I can read. I can read which photographers I can follow. Okay, o sea, photography books, okay, coffee table books, but no technical info, okay, more more information about the 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 car this profession, okay. So I start to buy by myself second-hand books or second-hand magazines to start to study. Okay, I was, as I told you, I was very shy. This problem with my personality was a limitation to ask, for example, any elder photographer or older photographer to ask permission to be his assistant or to make some practices with him. No? So it was difficult. So I needed to learn. So I start to teach myself. Okay, just at the beginning, watching many magazines, trying to copy the form, the way they create a light, or using my mom as a model, using my sister, my grandma at the time. No? So that was my beginning. So in 2004, I won my first award. United Nations here in Peru made a contest about portraits. In 2003, 2002, I started to realize that I was very drawn to the portraits. Okay, I like the landscapes, landscaping, or maybe traveling portraits, traveling pictures. Sorry, but our portraits work with people that really likes to me. No. Do you understand me? Maybe I'm
Yeah,
talking and
yeah,
you're,
I
yeah,
understand
okay,
everything
yeah,
you're
okay,
saying. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
I'm just listening. You're fascinating. I just love it, you
Okay,
know?
okay, thank you, Aaron.
You're
Okay,
taking me
because
through.
okay, cool, cool. Yes, in 2004, I won my first award, and this was a cash prize. And that time it was $1,000, but for a 20 years old boy, young man, that was $1 million. No, so it's well, $1,000 for me. It's amazing. So the first uh, purchase I made with this money was my first lighting equipment. Uh, it's a very cheap equipment, but was the best thing that ever happened to me at that time. So uh, I start to create, to practice, to feel comfortable with light. No, so this is I think this is my the, the seal of my work. No, the people here in Peru knows me about the way I create light. Or I like to create some special mood on my pictures, some special atmospheres. No, I like photography because I'm a person that likes to tell stories through his pictures. No, it's I think it's the way I use photography. You know, using people. Okay, I like to work with people. It's a kind of curious because of I'm not a I'm not I'm not a so social person. I'm not, as I told you previously, but I really enjoy to work with people. Okay, I think the camera is the camera uh, creates some special link to the people with me. Okay, I feel different. I feel another person when I am behind the camera. Okay, okay, I feel like maybe a creator or art director or uh, like when I am in theater and I am the director playing with the actors. So okay, I feel like this now. So that was my attraction for the portrait.
Wow. That's so beautiful. I want to know more about like you said that you did a lot of work. I don't know if we have any of that work that you did with about your grandma in the Andes and what kind of did you go to the Andes to visit there or like what was that about? Maybe you could explore there a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, in my home, we are we were okay. I had my parents, my father, mother, but my grandma, my mom's mom, mother, raised me. Okay, she was our second mother, so she used to live with us in Lima, but during my childhood, she used to take us to the Andes, okay, to the city where she used to live. Okay, she had a little house there, so we spent vacations during my childhood. Okay, in this town. So I grew up uh, breathing these landscapes or this kind of light or this kind of people. So I was very involved since I was very child. When she passed away in 2005, yes, was a very important year for me because of that year. Sorry, uh, happened many things in my life occurred. Okay, first of this was my grandma passed away. The second, I leave my parents home, and the third was from my formal job, my last job. Okay, I was working for an enterprise, for a publisher, uh, economics, from economics, in corporative magazines. Okay, well, that was my last job, working for someone. Okay, um, so in 2005, at the same time, February, uh, no, in March, my grandma passed away. In April, I quit for my job. In May, I decided to quit my parents' house. And so it was very uh, shocking the first months for me, because I was almost a beggar. Okay, almost no money, no. Okay, it was very crazy for me, but finally it becomes better during the next years. So in 2007, when I was more when my economy was better, and my career, as a photographer, was improving, I decided to retake this project. I was thinking about my grandma. I was thinking about to make some personal uh, project. Okay, but because of many problems of money, or maybe too much work, okay, I was let it behind. No, so do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, so in 2007, I decided to make this project. Okay, to retake this uh, this project. So I decided to go to the Andes again. Okay, to take some portraits, to take some stills about the life of the peasants of these towns. But for many emotional issues, okay, inside of me, I didn't go to my grandma's town. Okay, at that time I was very shocked with this, with her death. So I decided to move to Cusco. Cusco is one of the most beautiful cities in Peru. Okay, is where Machu Picchu is located, and I had many friends there. So I decided to move there for almost 2 months, month and a half, and I start to create this kind of very exotic portraits. I don't know how to say, because it's a technical, it's a it's a mixture of of many different techniques. I used to take pictures with Hasselblad 6x6 centimeters and square format, and using Il4 black and white film. Okay, okay. After that, I used to scan the picture, and I add color. Okay, in Photoshop, but not with in the very technical way. No, my Photoshop is completely basic. Okay, no, my Photoshop is not, it sucks. Okay, but that was what I really liked about this, because of I don't really matter if this color goes to the other color of goes. It's not perfect. Okay, there are many tools in Photoshop to get perfect. Okay, even when I made some workshops about how people ask me, how do you paint your picture, how do you add color to your pictures. I told them, well, that's this is the way I paint. But many people smile and say, but you can do what you do in 2 hours. I can do the same and more perfectly in 2 minutes with these tools. Okay, that's cool. But what I really like of this is it's not perfect. Okay, is this organic feeling that I really need to feel when I'm painting my pictures. Okay, even at that time in 2007, 2008, I used a mouse. Okay, and now I have a Wacom pencil, but at that time I used paint with a mouse, with a mouse. Okay, but I really like it. I feel that I was painting really. Okay, and when you print this on a cotton rag paper, the feeling is very interesting. So this to explain why I paint these pictures, okay, there are two answers, okay. The first answer is because of when I was a boy, I really like to draw, to make some sketches, or all my course books or my notebooks during class were all the time I was drawing anything. Okay, I liked the painting. When I was a teenager, one of my desires was to become a painter. No, so but with the years, I changed my mind. I decided to make some graphic design lessons, but finally I decided to move to advertising. Okay, to filmmaking. And so when I started to take pictures in black and white, I saw that pictures in black and white like a painter, like a draw of a painter. Okay, it's the first step to the painter. Okay, the picture was there, so I decided to add color. Firstly, just a little parts of the picture, and after that, start to paint all the whole picture. This is one of the first reasons I decided to start to paint my pictures, no, because of my painter's spirit. Okay, and the second one is it's not I don't know the exact word for this, but it's not a homage, but it's in the beginning of the century here in Peru, and even now in many specific places in Peru, I think in Latin America, it's very common to see on your grandma or grandparents' house portraits or my ancestors. Okay, but it's a mix of a painter and photography. Okay, it's like I take a picture of you, Aaron, and I take out your T-shirt, but I paint a suit. Okay, okay, and it's like it's a mix, a painter and photography, and it is very special frame. It's maybe like an oval frame with a big glass covering. It's very traditional here. Okay, even in my grandma's home, there was a pair of these kind of portraits. So I take this. This is this way to paint the pictures and add to my work. Okay, but in a different contemporary way, because of I carry my flash. Okay, no, I didn't work with natural light. I carry my flash with me, and starting to walk a lot kilometers during 2 months in Cusco and Puno. Puno is in the south of Peru, where the Titicaca Lake is. Okay, so we made many portraits. I develop and I start to scan in paint to paint. Okay, with this series, it was my first personal job, I won the Hasselblad Masters Award in 2008, portrait category. What that was shocking for me because I knew about Hasselblad. I worked with the Hasselblad, but very old, the second-hand Hasselblad, and the Hasselblad Award, Masters Award, was in the moon for me. It was completely unreachable. So I decided, firstly, I show my first portraits to some friends here that was older than me, very recognized photographers, and they told me, "Oh, that's cool. It's a new approach to the portrait here in Peru." So they gave me the confidence on my work. So I decided to submit this series. At the beginning, there were 10 or 15 pictures. I don't remember
And we have
exactly.
some of these pictures here, right? You said
I sent you the name. The name of the series is Live from Within.
Is this part of that series?
Yeah. Okay, this is the second period of the series because of it was made with a digital Hasselblad. The first part of the series
Should I go
was
into a different section? Like
no, it's Live from Within.
Back.
No, go back.
Okay, here.
Go back. Okay, go back. Yes.
Okay, you tell me which side to start on. I'm here with you.
Yeah. Okay. For example, the next from this, the shopkeeper. Yes, that was on the original. That was part of the original series because I made it with a Hasselblad 6x6 film format. And when I won this big prize, they sent me a Hasselblad digital non plus ultra camera. Wow! At that time, that camera worth more than my apartment. Okay, it was very expensive. And that was not a gift. Okay, that was not a gift. Just was a loan. Okay, that was a loan. I need to take pictures with this camera to continue your project. That was part of the price. Okay, the award. No, so I need to continue with this project with this camera, and they made a book with these pictures. Okay, that was a very important award for me because it opened me many gates and around the world. I start to showcase to show my work in many biennales or art encounters or many galleries. Okay, I start to travel around the world showing my picture. Okay, that was very new for me. I was not prepared at that time for this kind of things. Okay, but now I made 3 more projects, but I'm very this is like my first song, this series, so I'm very I love them. No, I love them now. No, when you see your picture, the pictures you took 10 or 15 years ago, you see through different eyes, no, through different perspective, and it's okay, from this original series that with 20 or 25 pictures, I really hated maybe 10, okay, because wow, how do you show that picture, that rubbish? Okay, but now there are some special pictures that I really love. Okay, despite the time that happened, no.
So I'll start going through a couple of them, and
yeah, it's Live from Within. Yes. If you can go to morfijimenez.com, you can see more of this work. No. The colors that I add in these pictures are completely comes from my mind. Okay, there's no the real color. Okay, I was not taking pictures with a digital camera along with a film camera. No, no, no. I just take film camera, and in my studio a month or 2 months later, I start to paint it with my colors, like the colors of my mind. Okay, except in one picture, if you go back, I think the two Indian guys. Okay, perfect. This is one that the only picture I respect. The real colors remain in the picture. Okay, okay, because this kind of poncho is the name. Okay, these ponchos are very, very, very traditional. Okay, there we can. I didn't want to change that color, so I preserve the same as they are in the reality. You know?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. Yes,
I think you have one or two comments down here from San, Santia.
Okay. Okay, what's the comment? I don't know where.
Said
Where?
saludos Morfi.
Okay.
Eres un maestro.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So feel free to ask questions down in the comments, or after this is done, ask, comment below, because this will be posted later for people to watch. So
Okay, nice.
yeah, so let's move on here. Seeing where we're at.
Yeah, this is my second series, my second project. In 2010, before this series, I didn't. Well, I wasn't at the rainforest and the Amazonia. Okay, so I decided to move. I was commissioned by a company to make pictures to corporative or for a website for this company. Okay, so I moved to Iquitos. Iquitos is the heart of the rainforest in Peru. It was completely new for me because my whole life I was living between Lima and the Andes and Junín. Junín is the name of this department in Lima, in Peru. But anything about the jungle and about the rainforest. So when I discovered this city through this company, I decided to move 2 weeks later to Iquitos to start a new project. And this project took about 4 years, many travels, 2010, 2012, 2012 two trips to Iquitos, and 2014 the last one. Okay. It was very interesting because at the beginning, this project starts in the same way, aesthetics. Okay, we are talking about aesthetics, and the same way. Okay, square format, black and white, and some color in Photoshop. Okay, but in my second trip to Iquitos, and I was more the second and the third. I was more involved in this community with this culture. I decided to start to change the format of the pictures. Okay, I think I hope to talk more, to talk better this in English. But for me, that I felt that this spirit, this joy from this city and the colors of the city was very like a prisoner in a square format. Okay, I think the format was. I think the city demands me for a new format for expand. So I started to firstly with a 6x6 camera, taking stills, 3 or 4 stills, and add making a stitch. Okay, so to create the panoramic pictures. But in my last trip, I decided to change the format using a digital camera to crop, to create panoramics images, and my color changes. Okay, from the beginning, this picture, for example, that you are looking now, this picture is from the beginning. The colors are more pale, but if you move to the next one or the last one of this series, the colors completely change. Are more shiny, more florid. No, very.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see this. This is from my last trip. Yes, and in the gallery, the picture is more the 2 meters by meter and a half, at least a meter 20.
Wow.
It's very big. It's very big. You feel you are immersed. You are playing with them. This picture is one of my favorites of this series. I love this picture from the carnivals. You know, in February, I used to go to make this kind of portraits during winter time or during rainy time. Okay, because I like the way the skies are at that moment. No, the grayish skies, the clouds in the horizon. I love this, and so they add more atmosphere or more texture to my pictures. It's better because of I use a flash, so I don't have a very hard being fighting with my flash. Okay. So that's why I prefer to move in February, March here in Lima, in Peru, sorry, where the rains are, well, when it's raining, no?
We have a question here a little bit up. It's from Sia Rossi, I think, RACL. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you see it? It's to scroll up just a little bit, I think. It says, como hace...
I can find the question. I can find the question. Where? But you can read, please. You can read. I think
my Spanish reading isn't as good as it could be.
Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
We are in the same situation, but inverse. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I can try. I just like.
You can try, Aaron. You can try. Okay. Maybe we can switch, and the middle of the one part of the interview could be in Spanish, and the other part in English. Okay.
Yeah,
now the tables are inverse.
I want my Spanish to be better, so I know some, but
no, but you can. Come on, you can. Let's try. Come on.
Let's try. I can understand. I can understand.
No, maybe
like,
you can. Okay, but you can read the question in Spanish, and I can translate. Okay.
Okay. All right. We can do that. All right. ¿Cómo haces para INVOLUCAR, I think.
Involucrar. Uh-huh. How do you do to what?
Luces. I'm trying to read with like also the background. It's a complicated situation. This tiny screen.
I can see the
you
question.
Can see it?
I can see that question. I can see that question in my feed. On my no.
Yeah, you can see it.
No, I can see that question. That's
okay.
Crazy. Okay. Oh,
Maybe
well.
you can tell me, because it's also like very small.
Or
So
maybe they told me about, they asked me about how do I manage the cómo me involucro con las personas, será how do I create a special link with with that people, okay, with the people of my pictures, how I involve with them, okay.
yeah,
I say my this is a very hard job because all of them in that pictures are not actors, are not performers, are not models. Okay, so people, common people like me, like you. Uh, for example, this picture, the people were really playing. Okay, at that time, that was not a setup for me. No, okay, they were playing, or they were playing at that time. So I asked them for a picture, and was very hard to. It's like a choreography, okay, because when you are trying to create this picture, the people doesn't care about you, okay. You maybe you tell, you make you try to give them some specific tips to move, you put here, you behind, okay. When I say 1 2 3, just play, okay, many things, okay. But in the real moment that A start to play, and they forgot about you, they don't care about you, okay. So it was very hard. And if you add the 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 problem, I was working with a medium format digital camera. When you shoot with this kind of cameras, they are very big, very slow, so you can shoot, you can take just one picture in 2 seconds, okay. Okay, and so it's very hard. It's not like a Canon or like an Nikon where you push the shutter and you can take 12 pictures in 1 second. No, here is one picture, and I have a flash, and this flash is a very small flash. Okay, it's a very powerful flash, but for that contrast, for that level of light, I need to be to get the flash in the maximum power. So I need to wait when a flash when the flash is out. Okay, it needs to breathe 2 3 seconds to be loaded again. Okay, fully charged again. So I need to wait. So I need to be very concentrated in this picture, trying to avoid the people move out from the square, from my frame. Trying to face in the camera in the way I need. Okay, it was very crazy. It was very almost a nightmare, that picture. I shoot 60 pictures. Okay, it's nothing like the standards. If you compare with the standards that we used to shoot now, no. But finally, just 2 pictures were okay, and this is that was the best, no? That was the best, and the color of the water, this purple color was real. Okay, they used to put a little drops or a kind of ink that is very hard to take out of your skin. Oh, it was very funny. It was very funny. It's crazy. It's crazy. If I didn't see this purple water in the real life, I don't think I could add this color in the post production. No, because I one
wow.
more
So they're just
the
playing with colored water, like that's
yeah.
their Is it for a festival or is it for like
Yeah,
just?
it's the carnivals here. The carnivals is a common fest in every part in Latin America, where the people used to play with water. Okay, well, now it's not here in Lima, at least. No, it's not uh, had changed. Okay, because we need to be friendly with the environment. The water is we need to care for the water. Okay, but in some places the people likes to, well, it's very hot place. Okay, it's almost I don't know in Fahrenheit, but it's in Celsius is 40 degrees approx in Celsius. So it's very hot. So the people needs to get wet, need to, and the carnivals are the perfect occasion for them to play with the water. Okay. Well, it rains a lot, so they put these pots, these and they gather some water, so there's not so serious time, no? So, matter. And
Wow.
then they very joyful, happy. It's crazy. My camera was completely covered with the plastic film to avoid any drop of water can damage my camera. I was very completely wet, no? After this shoot.
Wow, that's incredible that you're going in with a Hasselblad camera into a place that's getting wet. So do
Yeah.
you have like a housing, like a water housing, or are you just like covering it in
No,
plastic wrap?
no, 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 no. I didn't think about that picture when I leave from my home in Lima. Okay, I just take a picture. I'm I like to move freely, and I had some change, some things in my mind. Sorry, and that was a challenge for me, to make, to create, or to take some specific scenes from the real life. Okay, so I cover with the plastic bags and nothing more. Okay, nothing more. If you see the picture
Wow.
is with the, if you see the picture, I'm no more than a meter and a half from them. It's with a wide angle lens, so I am
Wow.
very close because I need to be involved. I didn't want to use a tele or zoom or to this picture. No, I need to get the people involved, to get the people that looks this picture involved in this scenario. No?
Wow. So you like have an idea and you're like, hey, let's do this thing, and then do you, and then they just say, okay, you like find people and you're like, this day, this time, let's do this.
Well, what I was walking with my friend looking for some characters, and when realized they were playing, uh, I go to the moms, the boss of the family, and I explain her about my work, about what I doing in that city, in that location, and yes, okay, they asked me for some tips from them to buy many more. In the picture we don't like we don't see, sorry, we don't see, but they use water balloons. Okay, they bought a lot of balloons used to throw it to the people, no, in the streets. Yeah, it's very that's very funny and very very painful when the balloons when a balloon hits on you. Okay, it's very painful.
Wow. And they're all
Yeah.
different colors or just purple?
No, 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 no. The water, just the water was purple. The balloons are color, many colors. Huh? Okay,
Wow. So
and
the
so
water is only purple though. There's not
yeah,
like
yeah.
yellow and
No,
green.
no,
Just
no, no. Yeah, yeah, because it's Violeta Genciana is the name of this. It's maybe it's a kind of medicine. Okay,
Oh,
they used to cover some wounds, some hurts. Okay, but this product is very hard to take it out from your skin. Okay, it's very difficult. You can, if you get some drops on your forehead, maybe it's like a tattoo for a week. It's
wow.
very, yeah, it's very hard. It's very funny. The people are crazy. Yeah, very funny, very funny. Yeah, it's
Wow,
very funny.
purple for a week. So we only have like about 6 more minutes, so I want to skip ahead to some of this and give you
My
like a couple minutes.
maybe the last project. Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes.
I like to talk about this. This is the Unreal. The Unreal is my last series. Uh, I live alone here in my apartment. Okay, and during the quarantine, it was very hard for me to. Okay, I'm not a social person. I like to live alone. I like to be free in my home. But the impossibility to see my parents, to visit them, um, uh, and the fear of the uncertainty, okay, what the future, this what will happen in the future with this new virus, with this new reality for everybody, made me think about what can I do with photography. I use photography as a catharsis, okay, and due to the impossibility to portray someone because I live alone, I don't like to make self portraits. Uh, I decide to take at first time I decide to to look for my archives, okay, in my pictures during the last 3 or 4 years, looking for some images that could serve to could work for this project. These digital images were transferred in a 35 millimeters negative. Okay, I choose these images. I take a picture from the screen of my computer with a 35 millimeters camera. I develop the negatives. Fortunately, I have a dark room in my home. I develop these negatives and create a small transparency. Okay, so I put this in my terrace, this ecran, this background with a city behind, and this project, these negatives were projected on this background, no? On this backdrop. Sorry,
Wow.
using the city as a background, no, and was very hard in the talking about the technical part, okay, because of I was alone, I didn't have an assistant, and I climbed to a ladder to put the camera in a very high position. Use a zoom. It's a technical using not a projector, an Epson, or this kind of projector. No, it's a flash projector because I use a lens. I use a lens, a tele lens, to project. If you see, the image is only in the ecran, in the backdrop. Okay, the light does not spread for all the balcony. Okay, just the backdrop. This is it's very hard to do because it's a very wide, a very long lens. It's 200 millimeters projecting image, and it's very dark. It's very dark. You need a very powerful flash. It's very hard to focus because you can see the projection. Was very hard. I was climbing down, climbing up. Okay. So to make sure that everything is in focus, my projectors burns out completely. Piece of coal now. It's a piece of carbon. It's completely black now. It's a plastic melted. It's it's like a sculpture now. I think now is I had a sculpture, but I think it's worth every minute. Okay, this project, it was very hard, almost a week. So the picture you are seeing now, you're looking now, is my parents' picture. I asked them to take themselves a portrait with the cell phones. So they sent the pictures via WhatsApp. So with these images, I transferred to a negative, to 35 millimeters, and I decided to project both negatives in like a sandwich. Okay, like a sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So they're projected, they're going from their cell phones through WhatsApp to film and then projected on the background
Yeah.
and then projected in your physical space and then
Yeah.
you're photographing with your large format this.
Yeah, it's like very stages, many stages. Okay, to create this big picture. Okay.
Wow. Let's
Yes.
talk very quickly. We have like a minute to just kind
Yeah,
of
yeah. This is my self-portrait. I use the background, the city as a background. This quiet city, this unreachable city at that moment, because we can't. We feel like in jail, no, like the housing. With this impossibility to reach this city, no, it's like a inversion of roles, no, it's like an inversion of when I used to talk with friends about that situation, we frequently say that, oh, it's like a movie, okay, it's like it's very crazy, okay, these kind of things you used to see just in the movies, but now it's real, no, it's real. So I decided to create this project, putting the real things that are this possibility to see my parents, to see my friends in this background.
And who is
And
this? We just have a minute left, so
okay,
who's
sorry,
who's here?
yes. This picture is social distance. It's like a metaphor, okay? This impossibility to touch your friends, to touch your people, okay? This is like two hands. We don't know if they are getting apart or they are close. They're getting close, no? Okay, we don't know. Okay, this is why I choose this picture, no? Yes, and this
Beautiful.
city behind us. Yes.
Wow.
Okay. The
Yeah,
tyranny of the time. Yes, or Instagram time. Yes.
yeah, Instagram time. We only have 1
Don't
hour.
worry. I really enjoy. I think I must admit I was very kind of shy or very afraid at the beginning because I maybe you didn't understand me, but I think we made it. We made it.
We
Yeah.
made it. We made it. Thank you so much, Morphe, for coming and joining. Anybody who's not following either of us, go up here. I'll post later. This whole thing will be available later on my Instagram TV. So make sure to follow me. I've got a bunch of other amazing photographers as part of this on Aaron Jack and Duff Photography. On my Aaron Jack line art, I have a bunch of other painters who I talk with and gallerists and curators and whomever else. So follow me there. And Morphe, where can they follow you? And some last words.
Yeah, well, you can find me in my Instagrams is @Morfi Jimenez, and in my website, okay, morfijimenez.com. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's all.
Do you
That's
have
all.
an inspirational word for anybody out there?
Oh, wow. Well, just
We
take
have 30
pictures,
seconds,
okay?
so go for
Yeah,
it.
just take pictures. And Aaron, you must try to your Spanish, okay? Maybe next week, next time,
Perfect.
sorry, we can do it in Spanish. But, well, nothing. Say hello to everybody. Thanks to you, Aaron. You're a nice guy. I really enjoyed it. This talk. Thanks for choosing my word. Thanks for. I feel very honored again to be here, and that's all. Okay. Take care. And now. See
Thank you
you
so much. I'll
when you
see you
want.
soon. Yeah, and thank
Yeah,
you to all the guests for joining us and being a part of this conversation. And check it out later. Thank you.
yeah.